So what happens when your own body just stages a silent, surprise rebellion? Well, for anyone with fibromyalgia, that's a pretty constant reality. In this explainer, we're going to break down how to turn the fear of an unpredictable flare-up into a clear, manageable plan. We're talking about transforming chaos into a roadmap for control.
Wow, this quote, it just really hits you, right? It perfectly captures that quiet, sudden way a fibromyalgia attack can just happen. So we're going to use that moment, that feeling of personal crisis, as our starting point to build a really practical roadmap for anyone living with this, or for those of you who love and support them.
Okay, let's get right into it. The core, #1 challenge of fibromyalgia is that it's an invisible illness. And this is probably one of the toughest parts for both the person experiencing it and their loved ones to really wrap their heads around.
So what do we even mean by invisible? Well, it's like this. Imagine all the fire alarms in your body are screaming, just absolutely blaring. But on the outside, there's nothing. No cast, no wound, no visible signs at all. And it's that invisibility that makes the whole thing so uniquely frustrating.
And this right here, this just nails that frustrating disconnect. To the rest of the world, you might look totally fine, completely healthy, but what you're actually feeling inside is a full-blown multi-system storm. And that gap, that space between how you look and how you feel, that is such a heavy burden to carry.
So, what does a fibromyalgia attack actually feel like? Well, it's hardly ever just one thing. It's usually more like a collision, a massive pileup of several awful symptoms all hitting you at the exact same time.
And check this out. This table breaks it down so well. You've got this migratory pain that can be in your back one day and your legs the next. Then there's that soul-crushing fatigue where you feel literally pinned down like your limbs weigh a ton. And of course, the infamous brain fog, where trying to find a simple word feels impossible. It really shows how a flare is kind of like a total system failure.
Okay, so the flare hits, your body is in pain, your brain is foggy. What do you do in that exact moment? You need a script, something super simple that you don't have to think about. The goal here is just two things, simplicity and safety.
Think of these 5 steps as your emergency protocol. They're designed to be simple enough to follow even when your brain feels like it's full of static from all the pain and confusion. It's all about putting safety on autopilot and taking the pressure off you to make complex decisions when you're at your most vulnerable.
But here's the thing. Managing fibromyalgia isn't just about reacting. It's not just about putting out fires. It's about building a defense plan. Because when you prepare for these moments, you seriously reduce their power over your life.
And that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? How in the world do you prepare for something so unpredictable? Well, the answer isn't about trying to prevent every single flare. That might not be realistic. It's about having your tools ready to go when one does hit. It's about creating a practical, tangible toolkit for your future self.
And here's what that toolkit looks like. Think of it as your little emergency grab bag with all the essentials. The most important part? Keep it within arm's reach of wherever you spend the most time. Next to your bed, by the couch. You're just making help as easy to get to as possible.
Communication is absolutely critical, but like we said, that brain fog can make finding words impossible. That's why pre-saving a simple, direct text like this is a total game changer. You save it in your phone and boom, one tap gets you the help you need. No thinking, no explaining.
You know, when you really zoom out, all this preparation is about more than just logistics. It's about something much more powerful. Having a plan is a way to reclaim a little bit of control over a condition that feels so often like pure chaos.
And this right here is the ultimate goal. Look, a plan might not make the fear disappear completely, but it contains it. It puts a fence around it, gives it less room to grow. Your plan becomes your life raft in a storm. It translates all that invisible chaos into small, repeatable actions that can guide you back to safety.
So we'll leave you with this question, because the most powerful move you can make today isn't to create some perfect, flawless plan all at once. Nope. It's simply to choose and take that very first step. So, what's yours going to be?